Devon!
Do your best, take a chance.
Dare to dream and make it real. We, of course, have already discussed the Dare to Dream Eurovision 2019 slogan in another video.
It's all we talk about.
It's all we talk about, but now we have the slogan and we have some reporting on what the stage will look like now that Florian Wieder has been confirmed, so I think we should dare to talk about it. Are you ready?
Let's do this!
Alright, first, let's kick this off with Dare to Dream, the slogan. At first, people thought it was very innocuous, apolitical. However, in recent days, as time's gone on, people have started to think this is very political and have questioned whether the EBU should have allowed it. What do you think?
I think it's clever. I think it's a really clever slogan that satisfies those who have political ambitions, as well as those who don't really read anything into the subtext. I think there is politics in there.
Yeah, of course, Dare to Dream, the dream of an Israeli state. A lot of people have made this comment, made this link.
The nation of Israel.
Yeah, but you know, it's also a cultural ambition, right? It's cultural as well, and Eurovision's all about showcasing your culture.
It's also faith-driven.
I personally don't mind it at all. I think that people can read into it what they want, and you can make the case that it is, you know, a secular generic message about daring to dream. Look, what was that song Susan Boyle sang from Les Mis? I dreamed a dream. The Jacques Houdek lyric. More to the point, other countries have had quasi-political slogans. If you look at Turkey, it was under the same sky at a time the country was bidding for EU membership, saying Europe were under the same sky. You know, one community. People didn't really bulk at that.
Oh, less so though, surely.
But similar, look at Estonia, a modern fairy tale. That was a political statement of their integration with Europe, that they had had this economic success story, that they had, you know, left the Soviet Union and built like a thriving political
integration into new communities that have already been declared is hardly...
The point is, you could argue it's also political. So my whole argument is, you can read all of these how you choose to, so I think Dare to Dream is
We are one. How about that?
That could also be considered a political statement. It could. At a time, Europe is ripping at the seams. They're saying, look, we are one. No, honestly, all of these messages, they advocate a sort of progressive, liberal, all-encompassing, we are the world stance, and that is political.
Or a nod to history. We took over the world, all aboard, because we're doing it again.
There you go. I mean, people, exactly. Perhaps Light Your Fire was not, that was the most, like, non-political.
But fire is very Azeri, you know?
That's true. That's actually true. Zoroastrianism, I believe, was founded there in Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
Had strong connections.
Absolutely. The Land of Fire.
Yeah, Land of Fire. Again, national representation.
Yeah.
What was the other one? Oh, Feel Your Heartbeat. Germany at the heart of Europe, having bailed out all those countries. No, honestly, you can interpret all of these in a political way is the point.
Join us, because we have nothing else to offer.
No, what? Copenhagen has a lot to offer. In any case, so we can't just look at the slogan on its own. We then have to look at the recent news that Florian Wieder, he's designed 6 Eurovision stages, I believe.
Bet the Israelis are mad. Because, you know, the stage designers for 1999, they put in a bid again.
Yeah.
And they narrowly missed out.
Yeah, good context. So essentially there was a public tender. In this tender they said they wanted to reflect Israeli culture, Israeli identity.
So you would think they would choose an Israeli stage designer.
Yeah, and in fact I believe in one of the reports we read that it was even stated they would be giving preference to local designers where possible. It comes down to these two teams, Florian Wieder and the Israeli team you mentioned.
And it questions the designs of the Israeli submissions.
We should point out a German designer.
But exactly. But what I mean is that it really does question what the Israelis have submitted if they were given preferential treatment and still didn't meet the mark.
Yeah, apparently Cannes/EBU went back to the finalists and said you need to render a drawing in this guise, and the guise that is reported to have been suggested is triangles, you know, from the Star of David, providing inspiration for the stage. So moving triangles that can form different shapes while honoring the Star of David, which is
a Zionist emblem.
Yeah, it was adopted as the emblem, 2 triangles. You all know the Star of David. It's on the Israeli flag.
Hours of the working day. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many we got? 7.
There's 7 units within the Star of David. It's a very bold image. I mean, it's very memorable. I can understand.
Universal too.
Yeah, our readers have been quite divided. Some people are saying it's too political. Others are saying, look, this is a cultural symbol. It's fine. Others are saying it's just the inspiration. It's not going to look like the Star of David. It's just going to have triangles to nod to the Star of David.
Oh, I think it will look like it.
I think at times it could. It'd be really cool, actually, if it like
just, yeah.
And form. I'm actually really excited by it. It's original. It's original.
And Florian is a master of stage crafting. There's no doubt about it.
Let's review those stages. 2011 Dusseldorf, 2012 Baku,
Vienna 2015,
2017
Ukraine,
yeah, and then 2018
Lisbon.
All aboard.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he is a bit, you know, he is good.
I really like his stages. It's funny, a lot of people online have said, oh, they're sick of Florian winning. But you guys...
but listen...
He knows what he's doing.
He wasn't internally selected.
Yeah.
You know?
An open tender.
It was an open tender. And you know what stops him from bidding for it?
I think the reason he keeps winning is because he's done it, he knows what the expectations are, he knows technical requirements, and so he's become a master of working within the
And he probably works ahead of the curve, so he knows the national identity will need to be sort of incorporated into design. So he probably thought about the Star of David before it was a requirement.
Oh yeah. Exactly, and he's done X Factor, he's done EMA,
Britain's Got Talent,
he's done a lot of shows.
America's Got Talent as well, he's done.
Yeah.
Robbie Williams, U2, he's done their stage.
He's done all of them, and also he shared our post speculating that he had been
Which
selected.
suggests that he has been confirmed.
Because he said, yay, I'm so happy, honey, and we're happy for you. I look forward to this stage. It's always great when you go into the rehearsals for the first time, and you feel how large everything is. You see
Takes your breath away.
It's amazing. I dare to dream of how I will feel in television.
And it's always better than the simulation, the model, you know?
Oh, always. There's no question.
It just comes to life. Oh my God.
So do you think, and I'm only positing this in reaction to the comments we're receiving, the combination of Dare to Dream plus a stage that could be inspired by the Star of David, do you view it as too political? Should it be allowed?
I feel that if you've won the right to host the contest, either through winning it or through buying it, aka Minsk, you could really do what you want. Yes, I think it is very political. More political now that I think about it, post our first video.
Yeah.
Should it be allowed? Hey, it's happening in Israel. You've already stopped them from hosting it in Jerusalem. Now please allow them to have their own say. Next year you do it your way.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's sufficiently ambiguous. Like a typical viewer, like some 12-year-old girl, I don't know, watching in Italy, is she necessarily going to say, oh, this is a political statement on da-da-da? No. People who want to read it will read it. People who don't want to read it won't read it. Do you know what I'm saying?
And just like Eurovision, you know, it's like the winning entries, they have to satisfy everybody. And the slogans as well, in some ways, yeah. Those who want to read it, and those who don't want to read it, read it. You don't read into it. It is political,
There's this issue, on our Instagram account, people have been asking the question, what if Turkey had made the stage shaped like a crescent? Would that have been acceptable?
Why didn't they?
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I would have been fine with that because a crescent is a great shape for a stage.
Why didn't they?
It's just one of
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. I mean, it's a long time ago. They didn't come up with that thinking.
But I think it wouldn't have been particularly provocative because a crescent is a shape
under the same sky.
The moon is shaped like a crescent. You know, in any case, I'm really excited to see what Israel brings to the table. Different flavor. Different strokes, new folks.
They're gonna kill it. Israelis don't play.
No.
They don't play.
The staging of the next star for Israel, for instance, our national selection, the big digital screen, that's quite cool. They're used to putting on technologically
but yeah, it is a tech hub after all. Tel
Aviv is calling, Google answered. Honestly. In any case, case, that's what we're thinking about the stage design, Florian Wieder, and that paired with the concept slogan Dare to Dream.
What do you think?
Let us know here on wiwibloggs. Let us know what you're dreaming, what you're daring to dream, and what you think about the stages. Is Florian Wieder your stage icon, or would you have preferred to see someone else? And what do you think about the Star of David as a potential inspiration for the stage?
And we love the fact you've been scribbling down on our social media pages. Because William and I just spent ages reading it. So dare to dream.
Scroll, scroll.
Keep following us on Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, Tumblr, Pinterest, Facebook, Tumblr.
Social media, hunty, and we'll see you later. Bye!